Hello, welcome back. In our previous video, we have learned about fundamentals of robotics. Here, we learn a bit about mobile robots. This is what we have seen previously also. Mobile robot is a machine controlled by software. It uses sensors and other technology to identify its surroundings and move around its environment. So there you can see a mobile robot. A mobile robot is a robot which is either having legs or wheels for locomotion. Okay, they move from one place to the other. So, in order to have locomotion, it has to identify the surroundings and it has to move around its environment. So, it is having robotic elements and it uses robotic elements like wheels, tracks, legs, as well as artificial intelligence to do this. Okay, so these kind of robots have mobility, autonomy. Autonomy means they can take their own decisions. Okay, so these are actually autonomous mobile robots and they also have perception abilities. These are able to move and explore their surroundings without any sort of external direction, or you can say they take a little sort of external direction. So autonomous, that is, they have brains. Okay, they have machine learning, artificial intelligence embedded in them. Now, combination robot hardware. We need to talk about robot hardware actually. So, hardware is nothing but the combination of physical as well as computational components, that is software. Hardware components are required for, why do we need hardware components? Means we have to study hardware components with respect to locomotion, that is to move from here to there, sensing, and reasoning and communication. So these four things are required: locomotion, sensing, reasoning, and communication. And software components are required for planning. Okay, so what is locomotion? As I said, a robot has to move from one place to the other in the environment. For example, it will require wheels and legs to do so. Secondly, it requires to sense. Sense in the sense, robots obtain information about itself and the environment. Like it, a robot is moving, right? So it has to sense what is there further, whether obstacle is there or what. So in order to sense different things, it has camera or ultrasonic rangefinders are there with it. Reasoning, that is, robot has to how the robot utilizes the information obtained from sensors. It will capture the information and then it will take the appropriate decisions as well as perform appropriate actions. Okay, so reactive controllers are there. Artificial intelligence help for the same. Communication, like a robot, whatever it has reached to the conclusion, it has to communicate with the human or machine operator. So that is, we call it as communication. So for communication, it has remote control or text interface or video linkage. Certain robot convert speech to text, text to speech, all those kind of fundas are there. Okay, so this is what we have already seen, that what kind of mobile robots are there. Look, terrestrial means the one which move on the ground, like climbing robot, rolling robot. Okay, then polar robots are there. They are also terrestrial, they work on icy area, right? Delivery robots or transportation robots are there. Home robots are there which help us in day-to-day activities. Aquatic robots are there which are there underwater, right? Water jets or propellers. Airborne robots are there that can fly. Okay, helicopters are there, right? So space, the one which remained was space robots, which we didn't talk about previously. So there are space robots also. They operate on microgravity. Okay, they independently propelled robots are called as free flyers. Okay, they are used in space, satellites and all. So types of controls. In order to control these robots, we have three different ways. Teleoperation is there. Robot is effectively remote controlled. So teleoperation, as I said previously, robots are very far away from here. So you will be operating them with the help of remote. Okay, that is teleoperated robot. They are situated at the distant places. Okay, so the robot is effectively remote controlled with images from camera mounted on the robot. Robot has a camera, so you will the situation will be looked by the human being with the help of the images obtained from that camera, and accordingly it will give control the robot using remote control. So, underwater robots are there. Then, bomb disposal robots are there. Robots working at nuclear power plants are there. They are teleoperated robots. And even the robots which are working at the border. Semi-autonomous robots are there. These robots can take few decisions automatically, and few humans guide them how to go for them. They are semi-autonomous. Mars rover. And autonomous are there. All the decisions are taken by the robot itself. For example, dwarf robot. So features of mobile robots, they are having wireless communication, integrated safety, computer vision capabilities are there. So we use computer vision, machine learning, artificial intelligence in order to build these kind of robots. Okay, they are flexible, quick to implement, and modular deployment system is also there. So our main focus of this video is on the parts of robot. Okay, so you can see in the diagram. Okay, so on the slide you can see there are main parts of robot include control systems, sensors, actuators, power supply, and effectors. So we'll see them one by one. Okay, so initially we have control system, or you can say a controller. Okay, so looking at the, I'm sorry. So looking at the diagram, we can see the key components of the robots are, what I feel like उसका video अलग रहने दे अभी.